Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. Peace and power to the tribe. As you come in, be encouraged. As you come in, know that you are in a safe space. As you come in, know that we are critical thinkers on a path to liberation. We are, shall be free. All right? We shall be, we are free. No one has power or authority over us. The quicker we find that out, the quicker we realize that, the quicker we will all be better off. I know it's late over here on the East Coast. I usually don't go on this late. I'm usually studying around this time, surveying my area, getting my mental ready for the next day. But certain things need to be spoke about when they are sitting right in the front. And when it comes to my people, when it comes to our people, I don't think I hold anything more dear, which is why I'm so committed and sincere in my task and steadily, salute Montez for the green screen. You can't hear? Can y'all hear me? What it is, V? Can y'all hear me? Okay, thank you. I don't know what's going on your end. How well? Okay. As I said, this task here is very dear to me. And as, I am being looked at as an educator, with all these grades as an elder, right? There is no other space where I would want to be. No other space. I'm very transparent. I done exposed a whole lot about myself, about my beliefs, about the path to which I see many of us moving in and being very successful in, right? 0 credit, no credit score. Not a homeowner, don't have no fancy whip, nothing. I have my studies, I have my people, I have the struggle, all right? And in saying that, I am very content because I've been in a space where I had 200 pair of sneakers, wardrobe of the latest, 100 stacked up, pistols, getting real busy with it. I've been there, and it amounted to nothing, to shit. Nothing. Suffered years of grief behind the wall for my actions, right? My, what they want to call, right? Selective outrage. I say this to make it a point and to continuously make it a point that everything has a time and space. And us as black folks, our playtime has been over. If no one has told you that, or you haven't come to the realization that we need to be more serious, playtime is over. It has been for a long time. So when I hear people speak of certain things, when I'm in an assessment or I'm in my sessions and I hear the desires of certain people, when I'm in campaign meetings, when I'm out there at local area policy boards, when I'm speaking to politicians, when I'm speaking to so-called teachers, and I hear dreams and aspirations and wants, I look at them, but I'm saying to myself, the fuck is wrong with them? What's wrong with you? Do you not understand that we're in a war? Do you not understand that every second of every minute of every hour of every day, systems, institutions, and people are plotting or devising strategy to take you out? And our lack of organizing, our lack of taking ourselves serious, even in the spaces that we say who we are and what we believe in. No seriousness. None. Everything is a goddamn joke. So, I look at the video of the alleged kidnapping of our black youngins in Mexico. And it's hard, very hard for me to be empathetic. Very hard. And as the rumor mill is churning, and as different information is coming out, and as I do research from various different spaces, from Twitter, from IG, Facebook, Google, and I start to read the comments of the regular folk. The regular folk. People who are there. You understand? People who know all too well what is going on. Not only in Mexico, but in all of these so-called tourist spots. Black folks are getting killed, getting their head knocked off. Never mind what we have to go through in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our living areas, daily. Hit. Never mind the ducking of the police lynchings. Never mind the worrying and the stress that we live under in our own spaces. But across the globe, melanated people are being picked off. Now, unless you're a dummy, or you live under a rock, or you just have no self-awareness, you're oblivious to this. You can't not know what is going on. There was reports ever since the pandemic of people getting knocked off in Mexico. Mexico has been loose since the 1800s. Every cowboy movie, every documentary, anything you ever read or saw about Mexico speaks of the lack of law enforcement, how loose it is. Everything. It's not even a running joke anymore. It's just an absolute fact. You will get pushed down there. You'll get bodied out there. You'll get lost, left. Why would black folk, poor black folk, decide that it's all good to go there for any reason? There's been massive wars down there. Cartels been wilding before El Chapo. Any of that. Wilding. When I was stationed, well, not even say station. When I did basic training in Fort Bliz, Texas, in El Paso, it was an open post at the time. And they made it a point to say, listen, we know you guys are away from home. This is basic training. Whatever you do, don't leave the post. You guys are not in AIT. This ain't your duty station. If you get caught down there, you're in trouble. Because if you get caught too close to the border and them Mexican bandits catch you out of bounds, they're going to carve you up. That was in 88. Fast forward to social media. Fast forward to 2018, 19. People was going to Cancun. The resorts became shooting galleries. American tourists getting popped in resorts. There is no safe space for average Americans. When they tell them white folk to be on point when you're traveling, and white folk always get granted a pass wherever they go on the globe, except Haiti. People don't mess with them. But when they start getting messed with and the alerts are out for them, what do you think that means for your black ass? Again, lack of organization, lack of a code for our people has our people separated and believing that they can do any damn thing they want to do at any given time. Nobody can tell nobody shit. Everybody, yo, nah, it's about me. YOLO, you only live once. Yo, this, that. Everything is a song and a dance and a clap. Now, we are saying that these young women were going down there to get a non-expensive tummy tuck. Again, no code that we stand by. Black men are not specific in their language to black women when it comes to beauty, when it comes to protecting them, when it comes to embracing them and facilitating their dreams and ideas. No code. So therefore, these women are being raised or in a space where they're already adults, but they can do whatever they want to do. All right? So they are consistently left alone or venture off alone. I've witnessed groups of women going alone on these trips to these islands and foreign countries and shit like that. And most of them only lucky to make it back. Naeem Kingston, much appreciated for the super chat donation. Okay? Many of them are lucky to have made it back. So, when I am someone who says on a regular, natural beauty, you are how you are intended to be. Beautiful, natural. I feel a ways about women who unnecessarily want to go up under the knife. No. Absolutely no reason. Unless, again, it is something that is medical. Right? Someone who may have had a double mastectomy and one breast. Okay, you can't knock somebody for that. But when we're talking about tummy tucks, BBLs, breast enhancement, lips, and all this other weirdo shit, I'm going to be honest, I'm biased. It is not a necessity. Because if no other man has told you, women, I'm going to tell you, and I always tell you, men don't give a damn about none of that shit. These are ideas that are placed in the universe, that are placed in society by white men who don't even like women. They started all this shit. The pornography, the magazines, the fashion industry, dictating to you what a perfect woman is or what sexy is. True black men don't care about that. I told y'all before, they care about two things. If they're going to get something, how much they going to get. That's it. All that other shit, the eyebrows, nails, this, hair, that, none of that shit matters. So when you're going to foreign countries to go up under the knife and consistently over the past couple of years, we've been seeing our young women die on these tables, get maimed on these tables. Some not making it back or making it back only to be sick. What is it going to take? What is it going to take? And not one doctor, organization, hospital, clinic has been held responsible for the loss of life of any of our young women, of our mature women going over there and getting these things done, whether it's Mexico, whether it's DR. Shit, now they got people going to the Middle East. None. Again, I wouldn't care what you think you look like. I don't care how perfect you think you are. Men find flaws in any of that shit. Any of that. Appearance fades. And what one may consider a dime, the next man may consider a deuce. So you might as well just leave yourself alone. So when these women were going over or had the idea to get it done, they didn't go by themselves this particular time, not like the last young woman, who I believe took her sister. These are men who travel in a whip through states, several states, from the Carolinas to Mexico. Men! Again, not conscious, woke, or aware, facilitated this shit. Helped. And now, what happened? Salute Moses Singleton. Much appreciated. It's time for us to wake up and prepare for war. The waking up part is done. If we weren't awakened by Malcolm, if we weren't awakened by Huey, if we weren't awakened by Stokely, if we weren't awakened by Khalid Muhammad, that's over with. I already told y'all that. People not woke, they sleepwalking. Because the bag, the journey, and the aspirations for finances clouded those dreams. So, war, nah, only few people. I'm only one that speaks of the war that we've been in for 2 millennia already. It ain't a new war. And nobody, doctrine, says that's what it is. That's what we need to be. No doctrine. I don't care if it's from Noble Drew Ali. I don't care if it was from Master Farad. I don't care if it's from Elijah. I don't care if it's from Malcolm, not the Panther Party, nothing. There has not been a doctrine that declared absolute action against our oppressors. Except for me and my teacher, my comrade, George L. Jackson. So the preparing for war is late. It's late. It's late. So in this last incident, where we have video of a young queen being drugged in the street, thrown in the back of a pickup like a piece of calf, like a baby calf. Salute, Ronald Zion. Much appreciated for the super chat. You understand? Do you know what that does? Do you know what that does to the family? To see her being dragged in the street? And just thrown in the back of a pickup. Like we watching some Quentin Tarantino movie. Now, for whatever it's worth, whatever rumors or whatever comments you're reading is saying that they could have got lined up by the doctor, or it would have been a fraud scam doctor. They could have got lined up for their bread. Others are saying that they got caught in the crossfire between these. But just look at the mindset of our people. That we go to spaces that we don't research, that we don't know what type of time that town, the city, the state, or anything is on, that we are unarmed, and that you just what is in your mind? What is in your mind? Salute, Phoenix Black. Much appreciated. What could be going on in your mind that you can look around you? Y'all ain't wealthy. Black people ain't on. We not getting it. So if we ain't getting it, then you in poverty. What's in your mind that says, I'm going to go over here that I don't know nothing about in order to lay my ass on the table and allow somebody to butcher me? What do you think you're going to accomplish with that tummy tuck? What did the men that drove and went with them, what was y'all thinking about? That you took these black women. What was going to happen once you got the tummy tuck? Or the BBL? Or the breast enhancement? What do y'all think is going to happen? I need to know, women, because I really, really struggle with it. Because it's becoming more and more prevalent between and in the mindset of our women of all ages. I need to know, what do you think is going to happen once you get the fat ass, the flat belly? What do you think gonna happen? That ain't happened yet. What are you gonna do? Because there are natural women that work out every day or maybe 5 times a week, banging body. I've seen some of them with 8-packs, 6-packs, 6-packs, no waist, the bubble. Broke as hell, no man, ain't seen an eggplant in about 2, 3, 4 years. I've seen others who look like Lizzo and get into a bag because they may be on Twitter and Twitter porn. So what do you think is going to happen? Because I told you, there's a range of different things that turn different people on. So what do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to be the next? Because if you have several women already getting to it with millions of followers, what make you believe that you are going to push through all that once you get your tummy tuck or your BBL or whatever, any procedure? You going to be the next? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. If you don't have it already, that shit ain't gonna help you. So where's the exchange? What's the mindset? Again, there's some of the most beautiful women in the world. Manless, or have a man who don't think twice about them. So what's really going on here? And men need to stop, and I'm dead serious, allowing these narratives, these beliefs to take hold. Start telling these women that you are around the truth. your mamas, your aunties, your sisters, your nieces, your friends, and let them know. Unless you just these shallow ass dudes that really believe in that shit. Listen, they get okay, and I see Mo Better one talking about just looking for the quick TikTok moment. And you may be right, but you know what? So you go over, you get up under the knife, you get a BBL, you have this surgery, it's painful, but you make it through. And 2 days later, they dead TikTok. So what's your next step? Again, what is your purpose? Because in all reality, if your purpose is for attention and to sell pussy, there's a track in every town. Don't need a BBL because I see some wild shit on the track that get plenty money. If that's your intention. If that's your intention. So we have to get in a space where, again, we are militant in how we view ourselves and the world. Because that shit is unnecessary. And that is for a specific reason. I see people go on these things. I say nothing. Family members, close comrades, people. I see. I don't have time for celebrating. I just don't. My celebrations come when I help people. When people come back and say, yo, I was triggered, but I listened to you and I didn't explode. I kept my anger in check. Yo, I was going through a crisis. I recalled you said something. Calm me down. Yo, I picked up the jack. That's how I get my celebrations. That's where I feel good. Fuck, I look like getting up and taking a 6 or 7 hour flight to a country. Just sit down and see some bullshit I could have seen in an encyclopedia or online just to come back to the same conditions. Make my world beautiful in here. My world is beautiful right here. Right here. The struggle is beautiful. Freeing people out of a mental death, enslaved, and power. That shit waking people up. Boom! Getting them to move. That's joyful. I'm watching these shits. I'm like, hold on. Shanquilla, we ain't even get no justice for that. Y'all still going down there? What are we doing? I swore off ever, not that I wanted to, but I swore off Florida forever after Trayvon Martin. I look like spending money on my time and essence in that shit. And they got laws that can kill my little people. What? Going down there for what? They don't deserve the God to be down there. So after we watch this beautiful woman beat on video by her friends and nothing transpired, how dare you want to go down there and give them money to play in your body with knives? What are we doing? What are we doing? How serious are you? Because everybody else is serious. Everybody else is serious when it comes to being on code to kill your black ass. Everybody's on code, and they have been on code for millennia. We don't have to respect them black people. We don't have to treat them fair. We don't have to give them no loans. We don't have to give them the best service. None of that. Because they're black. Karens show you that every day. Nobody got to respect you because you don't demand it. You're not serious about shit. When fathers can watch their sons possibly squander $250 million, you ain't shit. You're not serious. When we have people, football player, NFL, have minors getting shot in your home, when we have black cops, part of a fraternity, beat to death a black man. We're not serious about shit. Nothing. Nothing. So you're going to continue to get Ahmaud Arbery's. That's going to continue. Sandra Bland's are going to continue. Because what has become the black man and woman's code, I got to get to a bag. Oh, he put together a museum that ain't worth shit, but he getting to the bag. Oh, they killed my son, but I'm going to sue them. We're going to get to the bag. Every day, we're learning more and more about where we come from and what we've been through here at the hands of these people. And the funny shit is that these people made you the bag. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what slavery was about. Making you the bag. But you still want to chase the shit. I mean, we doing some very silly stuff. It's just dumb. So I don't have no empathy for it at all. At all. Whether it's out in the community, whether it's online, whether it's social media. I don't have empathy for dumb shit. And for us to be traveling out of country, other countries are at war, people getting knocked off, it's poverty everywhere. And you just got, you want to have your Louis bags and your shoes and shit and just going up into the goddamn Lion's Den. As if you have no other cares. As if you have everything together. As if black women are sitting on the throne of power. We got time to waste. Right? That's where we at. That's where we get into the bag, right? Just like, what's dude name? Oh, Omi, right? Oh, what is it? Omi or Ami in the Hellcat? He's getting to the bag, right? Dominating social media. Getting all these social media dudes. Get to the bag, get to the bag, get to the bag, get to the bag. Make a deal, make a deal, make a deal. Endorse, endorse, endorse. They're running around, running around. Yeah. Got to the bag all right. Got that 5.5 years too, right? Yeah. 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 People need to put things in perspective. Need to get your shit together for real. Lives have to get in order. For real. Because this is what's being shown. This is not no stories being told. This ain't somebody making this shit up. Whitey ain't making this up. Black people are showing the ignorant ass. That ain't ignorant. That isn't ignorant. To go in a foreign country where their criminal element is at war with each other in that town with no arms, with nobody who can make sure you good for a tummy tuck? I don't know a man in my set that give a damn about no tummy. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't give a damn about no tummy. Fupa, none of that shit. Ain't none of that got to do with the box. Nothing. Nothing. What I look like? What I look like? Give him the fuck about a tummy. Really? Motherfuckers ain't give a fuck about the tummy since the Pillsbury boy. I don't give a damn about no tummy. Are you serious? Come on. Come on. Shit is dumb. And definitely an idiotic way to lose your life. What is it going to take for our people to be serious? We are not fine. We are not okay. At any given time, they can turn your lights out. That is the worst possible position to be in. You are in the slave quarters right now. You don't get it? There was a time when I was going down south every summer as a child. And when I used to go through Sparta, Georgia, we thought it was a big deal to go to Milledgeville, Sandersville, because they had brick houses. It wasn't large, but decent. It was brick houses. And I noticed that over the years, over the decades, they stopped making brick houses. Do y'all understand why? Somebody let me know. Do y'all understand why they stopped making brick houses? Do you know why they started using fiberglass for vehicles? Do you understand why certain things have been outlawed? You are in perpetual slave quarters. At any given time, law enforcement can walk up in your house. At any given time, the weapons that they have on their hips or in their cars can go right through your walls. These houses that people are purchasing for millions of dollars ain't worth shit. Two calibers will go right through them shits with ease. Tear through any car you got. Unless you still pushing 6.4s and Chevys and shit. They keep the people defenseless. Defenseless. Do you understand that? You are defenseless. Why do you think they're trying to get NYCHA housing and kick everybody up out? All that brick and steel and concrete. What do you think NYCHA throughout the whole 5 boroughs is infested with drugs on a regular basis? Keep the people high, keep them out of shape, keep them mentally gone and spiritually broken. Why? These things keep you enslaved. Enslaved. Defenseless. Anytime the projects act up, they can't do shit to it. I know when we was coming up, when people were actually protecting the P's, right? They couldn't do shit. You used to have to wait till you came up out of the P's to try to get you. But when you're too young, y'all don't know that. They wouldn't come up in them shits. If they did, they came through deep. And usually already had the intelligence that the dudes that they really wanted wasn't there. True gun busters wasn't around. Our people are allowing themselves to be picked off one by one in groups because you're into too much nonsensical shit. It's just what it is. It is what it is. And it's not just out here. Look, it's, again, in every institution. Same shit going on in the prisons where you think you got solid brothers. You understand? And they in there getting abused. Same shit because they're not together. Because they believe it's more important to have a phone, to have a trinket, to have some perks, you dig, or to abuse each other than to watch how these other nationalities are organizing against them. And if you fucking cough against them, they blow your ass up. They bang you out. So at what point And those are supposed to be our soldiers. Those are supposed to be the most serious individuals that we have. So where do we turn? Where do we turn? Where do we turn? What's the code? Because this, everybody can do anything at any given time. This shit ain't working. It's not working. What? It's not working. So I'm just trying to see, when are y'all going to be finished? When are you going to be finished? When is playtime over? When is somebody going to ring the bell and bring the kids back into the classroom? Because they just outside in the yard playing. When is this shit going to be over? Because I'm doing my part. I'm doing what I've been sent to do. It ain't on them no more. It's not. They done turned the corner. They ain't even messing with us no more. They done turned the corner. You dig? They done turned the corner. What are we going to do? How do we manifest ourselves? Because it's nasty. It's nasty. I get sick of nobody saying nothing about it. I get sick of people missing the point. I get sick of selective outrage too. Because that shit ain't new. Been doing it. Been doing it. Ain't that right, Big Ma? We got Biden, dumb, derelict ass. Do you understand what I'm saying? Dementia having ass. With old ass coon rat Sharpton dancing and playing. That's who you got. Supposedly leading the way. So what that make you look like? What does that say about you? That's where we at with it. So again, I ain't here to play devil's advocate, man. Ask critical questions. I want solid answers and movement, progress. Do my part. I'm as off the grid as I can be. In this level of my engagement, any more off the grid, y'all won't see me. You won't hear from me. So I want to know where we going. At what point are we going to stop walking to our deaths for dumb shit? Salute Mo Better. Thank you for highlighting the distractions. That's us not looking at the real things going on. Listen, people choose, again, based on whatever trauma you're going through, whatever becomes your coping mechanism and your default, that's what you're going to do. So if a chick is traumatized for whatever reason, when it comes to men in relationships or women in relationships, and she feels that the trauma is coming because somebody told her that she got a tummy, a little belly, her coping mechanism might have been body wraps, might have been all that shit. But in her diseased mind, she thinking she need to cut it. That's where we at with it. Men go through the same shit. He may believe, because of the trauma he went through, that he's a bum ass nigga. So when he go and his aspirations is get to the bag, you think he gonna be straight. He ain't gonna have all the ass in the world. Then he gonna have all the power in the world. That's because of the trauma of somebody calling him black and ugly. I mean, yo, this is where we at. So when we look at ourselves as a people, as black folk, and we continue to allow people to name us, to give us narratives, to tell us the weight, to put policies in place to say, nah, y'all ain't, y'all over here because this is more important, you're going to find a coping mechanism. And your default is going to always be to keep master where he's supposed to be. In charge. No matter if he got dementia, no matter if he's a raccoon bastard, no matter if he's touching little boys and little girls, that's your default. The coping mechanism is to take the responsibility outside of your hands because Jesus said so. Or Muhammad said so. It ain't in my hands. So you're going to continue to keep getting slaughtered and lynched because you absolve yourself of the responsibility and give somebody else power and authority over you through this dumb shit here. Listen. Listen. It's sickening. And if this is what you believe you was birthed here to live through, I'm not the person for you. If you think that you got here to waste time, if you believe that you came here to be enslaved, if you think you came here to get a fat ass by way of a BBL, I ain't the person for you. I tell you you're greater than that. I tell you you're priceless. I tell you that you are a revolutionary. You are a liberator. I don't know what part of the game, eyelashes and BBLs and dudes wearing $300 sneakers. I don't know where any part of that shit come into the game. I don't. I ain't the one for you. I'm not. So as we look at all these things going on, please, man, I encourage people, man, stay your ass home. Find something better to do with your extra resource if you got it like that. Put something more than sheetrock around your goddamn house. Get a little extra in them fiberglass doors in that vehicle you on. Get your kids some protection. There's a lot that can be done. Look at Ukraine. That's all I got to tell you. We not far removed from that. And we are a people who have been consistently living in warlike conditions. But you always got some old nigga to tell you that it ain't like that no more. Here, brother, take this drink. Relax. White folks done gave us a bag, an opportunity. Just do these funny hand signs and wear these little hats. Get these little brands and touch these little children in their little rectums. You'll be fine. All right? So maybe I said a little bit too much tonight, you know. But I don't feel no empathy for these people. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. All right? Salute, remain militant. If you don't know you at war, you'll soon find out. You'll soon find out. And woe is me. Like Scarface said, now imagine lying in the arms of your enemy. Again, thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for the green screens. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for growing our tribe, building our tribe, and remaining militant. Everybody's job is to make it home. Every time you leave, your job is to make it home with 10 fingers and 10 toes all the time. Anybody or anything that makes an attempt to prevent that, you have the universal right to do what must be done. Even if it's to your damn self. You don't need that drink. You don't need that hooker. You don't need that extra donut. Get your ass home. Peace.